Singer and TV presenter Rochelle Humes on Fame, Fortune and Finding a Balance. "I would love to deliver babies," she says casually, as if considering a new yoga class. "Since having had my own children, I would really love to do that. I have so much respect for midwives." Then she pauses and you can see the thought of years of training going through her mind as she adds, "It's not going to happen, though, is it?" Rochelle and her husband, Marvin, have two daughters, Alaimi, 5, and 15-month-old Valentina. Related articles: A little sass and a little bad. A Rochelle Humes pulls off eye-popping bum pic. TV presenter Rochelle Humes on fashion, family life and what makes her feel good. Christine Lampard showcases pregnancy curves in plunging dress. "While I was pregnant I read up so much on what was the best way to introduce the baby because I didn't want Eli to feel left out," she recalls. "I was desperate for it not to be a boy, so as soon as I gave birth and a girl came out, I was like, thank goodness. She was in a really anti-boys phase and we would have had a tough time." Worries about Alai's reaction to becoming a big sister aside, Rochelle says parenting the second time around has been less stressful. "I found it so much easier because you trust yourself," she says. "What's good is that Marvin's show is an evening show, so he's generally around during the day, which is handy for school runs. I try to keep 2 or 3 days really busy and then have the rest of the week at home." Rochelle Humes: "The first time, you just take any information that anyone gives you as gospel because there's this massive pressure from knowing it's up to you to keep this little human alive. But the second time you think, okay, I've got this, I know what I'm doing." You don't suffer fools in the same way. With neither Rochelle nor Capital FM DJ and former JLS star Marvin in a standard 9-to-5 job, the couple have to be regimented when it comes to organizing family life. "We literally sit down every Sunday and just do the week," Rochelle explains. "What's good is that Marvin's show is an evening show, so he's generally around during the day, which is handy for school runs. I try to keep 2 or 3 days really busy and then have the rest of the week at home. We make it work." Related articles: The Saturday's over for good? Rochelle Humes snubs bandmate Una Healy on Celebrity Juice. Rochelle Humes sexes up image with topless tease. TV talk show legend Trisha Goddard brands CBB housemates PS in explosive rant. Although they share parenting responsibilities fairly evenly, it's a rare thing to find Marvin in the kitchen, admits Rochelle. "I actually don't know his potential because he never bothers," she says. "He is probably alright but thinks, if I do this and do it all right she's going to want it all the time. He did make me breakfast on my birthday, smashed avocado on a bagel. It was quite nice, although a pretty easy thing to make. It was an improvement from nothing though, so I shouldn't complain. That's not to say Rochelle herself always hits gold in the kitchen. "I took part in the Great Sport Relief Bake Off a couple of years ago," she recalls. "It was going really well and I was quietly smug, then I confused the salt for the sugar and didn't realize until it was cooked." Poor Mary Berry, the legend, "I nearly poisoned her. I definitely won't be signing up for MasterChef anytime soon." Luckily, her daughters are fans of Rochelle's culinary skills. "I loves a roast dinner and my youngest can't get enough spaghetti bolognese, although she ends up wearing more than she's eating and it stains everything orange." She is being Ms. Independent at the moment and wants to do it all herself, so it's a bit chaotic, the presenter says. "There are occasions when there is more than a bit of a mess to worry about, though. It's frustrating when they're fussy with their food," says Rochelle, who is working with Halabarange on its Frustrations campaign, which aims to give parents peace of mind by reminding them that fussy eating is just a phase. "Kids are fussy about almost everything. I used to insist on wearing certain things and I would just leave her be, but with eating it is different. I've found it best not to make a big deal or draw too much attention to it. It can make the situation worse if you constantly remind your kids they're not eating certain things. I still want them to get the right nutrients, though, so I give them supplements. That way, even if dinner times don't work out as planned, they are still getting everything they need. When babies are teething they get every cold going, so giving Valentina vitamins has really helped with keeping her well and stopped Alaya catching every bug at school, too." Related articles. Former Saturday's member Rochelle Humes talks Ninja Warrior UK and singing Rochelle Humes sends internet into meltdown after revealing her hot twin sister's KSI vs Logan Paul start time. When does the YouTube star's boxing grudge match start? While the couple are quite happy to talk about their children and are themselves users of social media, you won't find them plastering pictures of their girls on Instagram. "If other people want to do it, that's fine, but it doesn't work for us," Rochelle says. "Social media can be great, but it can also be terrible. I just think they might be really embarrassed by this sort of stuff when they are older. Until they understand it and can have a voice and a point of view on the subject, we don't want to make those decisions for them. It's a little hard as me and Marvin both work in the media, but what do kids want to be on social media for? Would the couple be happy for their girls to launch themselves into the world of showbiz as early as they did? I'm not sure. It's a hard one," says Rochelle, who was just 12 when she auditioned on the reality show S Club Search in 2001, winning a place in the pop group S Club Juniors. "We were so protected from everything when we started out. Ideally I would rather my girls didn't put themselves out there so young, but I'd be such a hypocrite to say no, as I did exactly that myself. They don't know yet how old I was when I started out, though, so I'm just going to keep that quiet for as long as I can. Rochelle says she now has no desire to get back on stage or launch a solo attempt on the charts. "I've had a full career already, loved every minute of it and feel very satisfied in that," she says. "I'm so happy in my life, with my kids and family, and that always comes first. I feel very lucky to have a radio show and host television shows, and for the minute I wouldn't change a thing. The balance I have now is great. I know how busy it is when you are performing and traveling the world, and I couldn't be away from my little ones." Rochelle struggled emotionally when Alai started school in September and isn't looking forward to the end of the summer holidays. "I've been so lucky in that when she was small I was always able to take Alai to work with me, so we could still hang out together. We would make it into a day out and always do something fun before or after the work part. Now she actually has to go to school every day. I feel quite sad about it. On her first day she waved me off from the gates with a casual, 'Bye, Mum,' practically patting me on the back. I was trying so hard not to cry." For information on Halibrange frustrations, see halibrange.com.